Hello, everyone. Welcome to Human Behavior and the Social Environment 1, Social Work 501. And in this video, I want to give you a quick overview of our course, where things are in our Canvas course page, quick overview of the weekly modules, and where you can find the required readings, the discussion posts, and required assignments, as well as a quick overview of assignments. Throughout the course, I will be posting weekly check-in videos, and in those videos, I will discuss the assignments as well throughout the course. So, as you can see here, this is our home page of our Canvas course page. This is not your first class on Canvas, so you should already feel somewhat familiar with the Canvas layout. All right, so a little bit of information. My email, like I said, I'm Dr. Benavides, and I am your professor for this course. A lot of my students call me Dr. B, so that's fine as well. If we come over here, we come over to the left. You can't see it, but you would go over to modules. And what is at the top of the modules is the welcome module, and it has some useful information to help you familiarize yourself with Canvas, as well as some information on the course. One of the things that you can click on here, I hope you click on all of it, but if you click on this link, provides you with a little bit more information about myself, including where I am located. I am in Bruce Hall here on the Widener Chester campus in room 225. That's my office. My office number is right here. The best way to reach me is through my email, as I'm not always in my office. So if you have a pressing question or need to schedule a time to meet, the best way to get a hold of me is through my email. All right, and I always meet through Zoom, and that's my Zoom link right there. So please make sure that you review the information that's provided to you in the Welcome Your Journey Begins Here module. Then as we go down, you will see that the next module focuses on the major projects and assignments for the course. So there is discussion posts, as there were in your previous classes, and those are weekly discussion posts. There's also 3 concept quizzes. They're due weeks 2, 3, and 4. And there is an older adult assignment you must complete, and we'll talk about this in a little bit more detail, but there's an interview that you will do in order to be able to complete steps 2 and 3 of this assignment. Make sure that you have that you need to obtain a written consent from your interviewee, and before you actually complete the interview before week 5, and then there's 2 more steps, and these are the things that you will turn in. As I said, we'll talk about assignments a little bit later. All right, so here we have your week 1. Week 1, as you can see, there is the Learn. This is where you're going to find where the readings, videos, things of that nature. If you click on the link, it'll take you directly, as we're seeing here, to a quick overview of this week, as well as some additional information, the learning objectives, and it also provides you with a summary of the learning activities for week 1, right? So these are your readings, and these are the discussion posts and the week 1 assignment. So if you click here, it takes you to the required readings. Week 1 readings for the multidimensional foundation of social work. So as you'll see, it's topic 1.1. There's more than one topic for this week. These are the required readings for topic 1.1 for week 1, as well as another article for you to read, as well as some videos that are required for you to watch. Okay. Coming back to week 1, you'll see that the second topic is the person and environment, topic 1.2. And if you click on here, it'll tell you the readings required for this topic, in addition to the Dr. Saleebi's 5 types of questions to assess strengths handout, some additional readings that are required, and videos that you are required to watch as part of this class. Okay. All right. So we come back to week 1 and you'll see the engage, and the engage are the discussions. There's 3 discussion posts for week 1. One is an icebreaker, and so I'm going to go through these really quickly. You're being asked to record and upload a video introduction and answer this question. Why at this point in your life cycle phase have you decided to pursue a master's in social work education? So very important to post this and to follow up with at least one classmate. Unless otherwise noted, all discussions, our initial posts are due Thursday. Response to at least 1 or 2 peers, depending on the specific guidelines for that post, are due by Sunday of the week in which they were assigned. Now, there's some exceptions to that. Something might be due, or something might not be due, the initial post might not be due on Thursday. It could be later. So make sure that you always review the assignment guidelines for each individual discussion post, for each of the discussion posts for each of the weeks. And then also the respond prompts. Sometimes you're asked to respond to at least one classmate. Sometimes you're asked to respond to more than one classmate. So make sure that you look at the assignment guidelines, because not following the guidelines will result in a penalty of points. Okay, so there's, like I said, I'm not going to go through each of them, but if you click on here, it's going to take you to the discussion post for one of the discussion posts using frameworks in social work, week 1 discussion, annotated bibliography practice, and then a week 1 assignment. It is just to help you practice your annotated bibliography, to practice doing an annotated bibliography. As you noticed for this week in week 1, there is a week 1 discussion annotated bibliography practice. What you submit for here is what you're going to submit under the week 1 assignment. As you'll see here also, I have posted my own introduction video. So please, if you're interested to know more about me, please, you can watch it here. And then all of the weeks keep going like this, right? Everything is available for you. All the readings, the discussion posts, the assignments, everything is available for you here, okay? So there's also the student resources. It's got some really good information, how to format your paper in APA, how to avoid what is plagiarism and how to avoid it. So there's how to use Canvas, how to use Screencast-O-Matic, so how to use Zoom, those sort of things. So if you're not familiar, these are really good resources, videos for you to read and watch. Okay, so that's a quick overview of our course, okay? So as I mentioned, there are 3 concept quizzes that are going to be due on weeks 2, 3, and 4. The concept quizzes are due on the Sunday of the week in which they are assigned. They're each worth 10% of your grade. Altogether, they're worth 30% of your final grade, okay? Each quiz is composed of 2 short essay questions. You are to upload your responses to the questions as a Word document. Make sure that you use proper APA and that you writing quality is important, so make sure that you proofread your paper. This is the rubric of how you will be graded and whether you receive all 10 points for each of the concept quizzes. That it is submitted on time. Late submissions will receive point deductions. Anything submitted more than 24 hours late will be considered, will have, no points. Quality of responses, the structure of the responses, inclusion of references, and particularly the resources, the videos, the readings that are part of that week's learning resources for that week must include in your concept quizzes. And then grammar, punctuation, as I said. That is writing quality. So this is the rubric, okay, for the concept quizzes. So the content of the 2 short essay questions for the concept, for the quizzes, really are going to depend on what content we are discussing the week that, excuse me, that the concept quiz is due, right? But the format is the same. It'll be a different questions for each quiz. Now, the final or the major assignment, written assignment, or actual, not part of it is written, part of it is a presentation that you will submit, is an older adult interview. You are to select an individual. It can be a client or an acquaintance of at least 65 years of age. You are to interview this person for approximately 45 minutes to 1 hour using the questions that you see down here. You are asking them about a particular developmental stage in their life, right? So maybe it's adolescence, maybe it's their early childhood, maybe it's, their early adulthood or middle age, whatever it may be. And you're going to ask them these questions, okay? Really, you need to complete the actual interview before week 5. Here is if you click on here, it's going to take you to the actual consent form. The consent form must be signed by the individual, and it must be a signature. It cannot be an electronic signature. It must be there's a particular word for the type of signature I'm talking about or thinking about, but I can't. But they must actually sign their signature on the form. And once you need to make sure the form is completely filled out, and then you can upload it. There is a space under Canvas to upload. Once you've completed your interview, you're going to, using Erikson's psychosocial framework, think about one of the developmental stages that you discussed at length with your interviewee. Locate at least 4 scholarly peer-reviewed journals related to that developmental stage that can apply to what was happening in your interviewee's life. You want to create an annotated bibliography. Now, if you don't know what an annotated bibliography, there is some information here about what annotated bibliographies are. Basically, annotated bibliographies have 2 components. One is a summary of the article, and the second part is a critique of the article, okay? So there's some more information here about annotated bibliographies. For each article, you should have approximately 1 double space page that includes both the summary and the critique. This is due by Sunday of week 5, which is why you need to have completed the actual interview before week 5. The final part of the assignment is the oral video presentation, which is due on the Sunday of week 6. The purpose of the presentation is to integrate what you have learned throughout the course to your particular interviewee. You are to apply 2 theoretical perspectives to 1 life cycle. Okay, so here are the components, right? The presentation should contain and be organized according to the following components, okay? In addition, you want to make sure that you use Screencast-O-Matic and upload your video to YouTube.